We're back today with Creatine 101 and whether or not you should take it. And the short answer is maybe. But we're going to get to the bottom of it for you today on this quick video. So, Mitch, Calvert Fitness, we help busy parents burn the belly fat without starving on stupid diets or falling for fads or most supplements. But creatine is one that I do advocate for because it has a lot of science behind its use. Anecdotally, I find it helps. It's not a game changer, but it certainly helps. So, what first off is creatine? Well, it creates ATP, which is the primary energy source for your muscles during intense exercise, sprinting, playing sports, lifting weights. So, the more you can have ATP and saturate your muscles with it, the better your performance in a lot of ways, but particularly from a power perspective. Is it going to build muscle magically? No, but it gives you that leg up to get a couple extra reps on the bench press today. Over time, that's going to add up to more muscle gained. Okay. For athletes, same idea. There is some benefit from that perspective to your performance because you don't burn out as fast, you have a bit more power in each stride, for example, playing hockey. Okay. How much to take and when to take? I should have said how much to take as well. Most of the research suggests if you're doing consistent dosing of 5 grams a day, that's more than sufficient for the average person. You can go and miss a few days. If you've built up a bit of a saturation point, it's not going to stop working that quickly. Okay, so try to be consistent. Take it at least at 5 grams. If you're well over 200 pounds, a lot of muscle, there's probably merit to taking 10 grams to hit that same saturation point. If you're taking it for cognitive brain benefit, which we'll talk about in a bit, likely 10 plus grams a day. Okay. Now, try 5 grams consistently for at least a couple weeks. See what, if any, benefit you get from that. When to take doesn't matter because it just saturates the muscle. There is some research that shows maybe around the workout is better. I would say whenever you can consistently take it and not forget. For me, that's during my workout shake. It's the only time I remember. So I take it then. Does it have more benefit then? Not likely, but at least I'm consistent. Okay. What kind? Creatine monohydrate. The most simplest form, the cheapest form, the most research form is the one to get. And you can get this pretty much anywhere. You shop for supplements. Micronized version is probably going to be a little kinder to your gut. As we'll talk about in a sec, there is sometimes some GI distress from this. So micronized creatine monohydrate, it's going to be pretty cheap. And that would be the version I'd recommend because the research bears that out. Any new fancy version is just marketing. Okay. Any comments, questions, let me know in the chat. I'll get back to you. Side effects. There's been some misinformation over the years that's largely been refuted. One suggested male pattern baldness, like balding, hair loss, would be a result of creatine. Digging deeper, the latest research has largely refuted that. The one that could happen, more likely, is needing more water, feeling dehydrated after taking it, especially if you take a bigger dose, and some stomach discomfort, GI distress. So better to take it with a lot of water, use a micronized version, maybe split up your dose if you're trying to take 10 to 20 grams a day. But if you're taking that 5 grams a day dose and you're drinking it with a lot of liquid, you're fine. Okay. Benefits. So already touched on that off the top, but the cool one more recently is the cognitive benefits, the brain benefits, and how it can help fight things like Alzheimer's. And they're digging deeper into the research. It's still very early stages. But one study looked at sleep deprived individuals who took 10 grams of creatine a day, and it actually negated a lot of the issues that come with sleep deprivation, and mood, energy, and help these people have fairly equal cognitive function to someone that wasn't sleep deprived. So in the short term, it could be a fail safe if you had a really bad night and you've got a test or a really mentally demanding tasks to do. Take at least 10 grams a day. That was what the research showed. It was a higher amount. And it could help negate some of the issues that come with not sleeping enough. Who's it for? Anyone and everyone who does want to work out, train, build muscle, get the most bang for their buck from their workouts, male, female, or otherwise. There is this perception that it leads to water weight and bloating. that's not necessarily the case. It's intramuscular water weight, right? It's the good stuff. It's not necessarily bloating your gut unless you've taken a big dose, haven't drank enough water. Okay. So if you're an athlete, even a recreational athlete, great for sports performance. It's going to be anyone that's an average Joe gym rat. Weekend warriors, I would suggest there is benefit to taking it and get the most out of your workouts. Now, is it going to be the equivalent of anabolic steroids? Absolutely not. You might not even notice a visible change or performance change the first 2 weeks you take it, but over time, if you're consistent, it builds up to that saturation point. It has plenty of benefits and it doesn't cost a whole lot. So I don't think it's ever a bad idea to at least experiment. There's some theory that some people are non-responders to it. I think it's more likely the fact they're not being consistent with their dosing, because you'll see the benefit from having training with it versus training without, and you won't want to go without for long. All right. Talk soon. Hopefully that covers everything. You guys have a good rest of your day.